This demonstration will go over how to add a policy to your policy documents list on the Compliance Resource Center. So after you log into the site, you'll be brought to the interagency site, and you want to go to your own organization site, which you can find in this kind of center upper bar. Click your organization's name, and then on the left you'll see your surveys, libraries, lists, and look for your policy documents list. Here we are at all the policies, and each policy is listed, and then across each policy has all of its different information. There are two ways to add a new policy. The first is scrolling to the bottom of the page and clicking Add New Item, but the way that I like the most is clicking under List Tools, Items, and New Item. So this box will come up, which is asking you for information that identifies your policy, like its title. Is modification needed? Nope, not right now. Policy type. Whenever you see this little tag, it means that you're choosing from metadata that is already supplied. You can't just type in your own answer. So we'll click that. Policy type, administrative. And then select OK. And then program, it has this little red star by it, so that means we have to answer, we have to give information about what program it is. So again, we'll click this little tag, M&G, select OK. Review frequency, and it's every 3 years. Select OK. Risk category. If you already know and are familiar with the metadata in something, and you don't want to have to click and then click the item and then click select and then click OK, you can just start typing the word that you want to put in there, which is regulatory, and click it, and then it's in there. Saves you a little bit of time from clicking. Hit status. You can see the little drop down options. We'll keep it at current. Effective date. Now we do know the effective date is January 1st, 2013. This is not a required field because we found as we were populating the policies that a lot of our policies did not have effective dates on them, and it was a required field. It had a red asterisk right here. So we were putting in a date that was just an arbitrary date that we used for all policies that didn't have an effective date. But we were really just entering this information in. So we decided instead now to just get rid of that being mandatory. But in the future, we'll probably change that once we get all the policies in for sure, because we do want to make sure going forward that all policies have an effective date. So last update, it was not reviewed again, so we'll just keep that the same. And the next review date we said is going to be review frequency every 3 years. So it'll be 3 years from the last update. So that'll be January 1st, 2016. And you want to give it a little description, nothing too lengthy, but and if you needed to do any word editing or anything, you'll see that this little toolbar up here changed a little bit. You can check your spelling within the description, and it's like a little bit of word options right there. Lead program reviewer. This should probably be the person who is the department head for whatever program you choose. This is not a required field, but it's a good thing to put in there. So I could type in Maggie, I'm looking for Maggie Metzer, and then do check, and it recognizes only one Maggie in there. So when I click that, it automatically brought her name in. And for keywords, we'll look at what our options are. Click down, we'll say it's policy. Select OK. So now we need to add our policy to this. So you click the attached file, and then you want to browse for it on your computer. And here it is. Click OK, and you'll see there it is right down here. And if you accidentally attached the wrong policy, you could just delete it. But we got the right one. We'll push save. Where did it go? I don't see my my policy? Well, this is because SharePoint does not rely on showing the newest thing. It relies on filtering to find what you need. So let's say, I can't remember the name of it, but I know it was a management in general one. So I'll click that arrow next to the program name and select M&G. Now you'll see I just have the management in general. And we'll say, well, I know that the status, it's definitely current, so let's get rid of all those inactive ones by saying just the current ones. And let's say, I know it was just updated pretty recently, so we could say ascending, and I'm still not finding it. But actually, oh, here it is, the new, right there. Another way to go about it is just by clicking the title, and if you know the title, you can just look for it right here. And here it is, that new one. It's in here twice because this is an example. And to view it, you just click View Item up there, and you can edit it here. You can delete it here. You don't want to do that. You can also edit it from clicking there. So that concludes adding a policy to your Compliance Resource Center site.